that's the thing that you can rant, just as memories of friends. Pretending like I don't enjoy your time. If I said you were the one, then you leave me, so it's fine. Get reminded about you, then these demons follow suit. Only call me when it's late, cause you know I'll follow through. All the red that's in your sheets, my hands around your waist.
Whoa. You know what's so interesting? I used to be crazy with the SoundCloud music. I used to be a SoundCloud junkie. I don't really know what happened. I think I just moved on to the more mainstream music, but I wouldn't say mainstream. I'd say I switched genres for a little bit. Because a lot of the SoundCloud music that I would listen to would be like hip hop, rap, but it was all underground, so the sounds were very rare. And I feel like that's what really encouraged me to dive deeper into myself and embrace the unconventional aspects that were a bit difficult to relate with other people that were around me, at least. It doesn't feel good when you're not relatable because, we're social creatures and it feels good to know that you have your own tribe to fall back on, to feel safe around. But is having your own tribe and feeling safe worth it if you can't really embrace yourself and be true? Is it? Because whenever I feel the truest to myself, I feel like maybe subconsciously I stray further from the connection of the people who I'm already familiar with. And that sucks. I don't like how that feels. But I feel like there's only so much that I can do about it. Just because you find yourself more and more and you feel like you're straying from other people doesn't mean that you can't connect with them still, though. I don't think that's the case. I think it's okay to go your own path. The things that you have in common with other people, you can still connect with them with that stuff. But maybe if it's something negative, something that you're trying to completely stray away from, I'd say that's a different story. Like bad habits or vices. If your growth requires you to stray away from those things, then so be it. It's life. I think it's always worth it to be true to yourself, though. I don't know what true is to you, but true to me is questioning myself and trying to understand what's actually me and what is a truth that I grabbed from other people and used it for me to continue living my life. I don't want that. I don't want to live my life based off the opinions and truths of other people because that wouldn't really make me so authentic, would it? It's a lot of the times people don't even realize that they're living their life from the truths of other people. So they're not even aware that they're not being authentic with themselves because it's like a programming in a way. I'd rather program myself, and I'll do whatever it takes to do that shit. I would have the fear that if I followed through with this path, I would lose my friends and I would be alone, I'd be lonely. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't think so. I really don't. Because being real and being authentic is pretty cool. That's what I realized. I it's only been up until recently where I was able to push out of a barrier and transcend further so that I can better understand myself and face uncomfortable truths to see how it served my life. But that doesn't take away from my character. Me personally, the way I've built myself over the years, I like my character. And I've seen that other people like my character as well. So I don't really think there's anything to be afraid of. If people don't like me, and if I don't like somebody else, I'm not going to let that dictate how true I am with myself and with other people. Because when you allow other people, other people's opinions and judgment to filter you, that's when you're robbing yourself in the world of real value. Fuck. I had a chat with my dog in the dream realm. Rest in peace, Chloe. I had a chat with Chloe and I was talking to her about how I can utilize these non-herbal cigarettes. Non-herbal? No, non-nicotine. These cigarettes to serve my purpose and benefit me. Because I like to smoke. I don't really smoke for the feeling, which is why it's non-nicotine, non-tobacco. I just like to blow smoke out. I think it's cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. And I was chatting with her, and long story short, she gave me a blueprint to how I can actually wire and transmute a kuni into the smokes so that I can actually benefit from the habit. Because, you know, a lot of people don't really support smoking. People think smoking is bad. And, you know, I get it. It's not good for your health. But I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. If I have to suffer the consequences, then so be it. Right? I feel like that's something that makes me feel true to myself. Because I want to do it. If you want to do something, of course, there's going to be consequences to all your actions, whether it's good or bad. But you got to be real with yourself and, you know, weigh the good and bad, see if it's worth it. I think it's worth it, so I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to let anybody stop me, you know? Because, like, if it's not something that's going to affect your career, like, for example, me getting certain piercings, I have to wear a mask at work, right? If it doesn't get in the way of my job and it's only the opinions of others, judgment, that's going to be a factor, then I really don't care. I really don't. And maybe, you know, that's why it's important to learn ways so that you can work for yourself or find jobs or opportunities where your appearance isn't a limiting factor. Because when you can really embrace yourself and do what you want, it feels so liberating. it's insane. It's so insane. And back to the first point, if it wasn't for me stepping in the gym, building my body, and understanding how it felt to respect myself, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be able to tap into the Akuni that runs through my veins. It's truly a cheat code because so many people out here are editing themselves. They're filtering themselves so they can please others in fear of being outcasted. But it's not too bad being an outcast. As long as you can live for yourself. I mean, a lot of people are searching for homes because they already feel outcasted. They already feel lonely. A lot of people are suffering with loneliness these days. I've been there. I know what it feels like. And you know, if you feel like you're outcasted or making a decision in your life may make you an outcast, just know that you're not the only one. And there will be a home for you. You just got to search for it. And if you can't find it somewhere else, maybe you just got to make your own. And that's absolutely okay. Because you have it in your power to do so. You just got to embrace the imperfections, understand what it means to acquire strength, resilience, and courage. Maybe one day you'll tap into that Akuni.